Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Colin Abrams with the Hgp Sportscast. The prestigious GABF Road to Mecca 5 bounced off on Saturday last at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall as the 2018 edition of the tournament goes into full swing. The Road to Mecca 5 came off with an exciting start on Saturday at the Sports Hall, with the first 8 teams doing battle with the hope of being crowned the 2018 champions of the tournament. The first game was between Eagles and Cobras. In the first quarter, the Cobras took control of the game with 20 points, 6 ahead of the Eagles. The second quarter belonged to the Eagles, who ended with 13 points, and Cobras 9. The game went into halftime in favor of the Eagles. When the game continued after the halftime, the third quarter belonged to Cobras, who grabbed 19 points, and Eagles 13. The fourth quarter, Eagles ended with 15 points and Cobras 11. With the Eagles' consistent points throughout the game, they were able to cop the victory 63-51. The second game was between Bounty Colts and Half My Bulls. Colts put a first-class thrashing on Bulls with a 99 points victory. The Bulls were only able to score 50 points. From the opening of the game, Colts took first blood in the first quarter with 26 points, 16 ahead of Bulls. This was the case throughout the game as the Colts kept their points in the 20s and Bulls only able to high score with 18 points. In the other games of the evening, Victory Valley Royals took on Republic Nets and Pleasance Guardians battled Ravens. Results for these games are displayed on your screen. Tariq Dakhil captured Mr. Physique at the Guyana Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation Novice competition held at the National Cultural Center on Sunday. Stanford Howard has more.
It was the annual Guyana Amateur Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation Novice competition, which attracted representation from gyms in the bodybuilding hotspots in and around Guyana. The junior category had only 2 participants. Vishal Ramchan of Life Gym took the top spot, while Lake Ram Seaworm of Musclemania Gym took the second spot. Alan Savory was the only competitor in the Masters category, and he also walked away with the heavyweight title. The bantamweight category saw fierce competition among the 5 participants. The men went toe-to-toe in their various poses. Prasad took the top spot, followed by Pierre Wagner and Vishnu Ramcharam. Seven women flexed and posed for the crown in the Miss Bikini category, which was won by De Silva de Souza, and Angelica Banrose took second, both of Space Gym. The open men's physique category had 7 participants who flexed their biceps for the 6 judges as the crowd cheered them on. Tarka Darkhill eventually walked away with the title, followed by Ronaldo Calderal of Space Gym. The welterweight was won by Odin Yassin of the GDF Gym, and the light middleweight category had 1 participant. That was Fabian Rosa, who walked away with the title. Reporting for the Hgp Sports, I am Stanford Howard.
Old Forts and Saints under-19s pulled off upsets in the opening matches of the Bounty Paper Towels 2nd Division League's outdoor hockey competition held on Saturday at the St. Stanislaus College ground. Stanford has more.
Old Forts pulled off the first upset victory of the competition in their opener on Saturday against defending champs, the Sequels. The pace of the youthful Old Forts players gave the aging Sequels no end of trouble in the first half of the match, which resulted in Old Forts scoring 4 unanswered goals. Young striker Warren Williams scored the opener for Old Forts just 2 minutes in.
Oh my God, no.
Old Forts' most prolific midfielder, junior national Omar Hopkins, added a second 6 minutes later, en route to a first half hat-trick with 2 more goals in the 15th minute, followed up with another in the 16th minute. With the Sequels facing a 4-0 deficit at the half, Scott opted to remove his goalkeeping gear and played as a kicking back. The tactic proved to be on the money as the Sequels turned the game on its head by denying any further goals while producing 2 of their own in the second half. The 4-2 victory immediately set up Old Forts as the team to beat in this year's competition. In the other men's 2nd Division clash, Saints under-19 pulled off a surprising 1-0 victory over the Hikers Cadets, with midfielder Edmund Chinin scoring the lone goal of the match just before halftime. The youthful Saints side were relentless in pursuit of the ball, and despite Hikers being the most experienced side, they found it difficult to make meaningful attacks. Reporting for the Hgp Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
Thank you, Stanford. The National Sports Commission on Saturday came good on promises made in 2017 to the Better for Walking Community Centre ground as part of the Commission's Light It Up campaign. Director of Sport, Mr. Christopher Jones, on Saturday last donated floodlights and soccer balls on behalf of the National Sports Commission to the BV Triumph 8th of May movement. The presentation ceremony took place at the Better for Walking Community Centre ground. As the committee prepares to host its annual village anniversary celebrations, Mr. Jones asserted that the NSC is pleased to make this contribution at this time. The Better for Walking Community Centre ground is the first to benefit from the Light It Up campaign.
In fact, the BV residents and councillor next to my right here, we made contact. He did make contact with me in 2017. I did pledge some commitment in terms of ground enhancement and, of course, the adding of fixtures of lights and so on. Unfortunately, the ground enhancement aspect wasn't had in 2017, but of course fulfilling the promise as it relates to the Light It Up campaign. BV now essentially will be the very fourth ground throughout the country for the Light It Up.
Christopher Jones, Director of Sport. Chairperson of the 8th of May movement, Leticia Stewart, took the opportunity to thank the NSC on behalf of the residents of the communities of Better for Walking and Triumph.
Well, on behalf of the 8th of May movement, we would like to thank the Director of Sport, Mr. Christopher Jones, for your generous donation, and I'm sure we will put it to good use for the celebration of the activities, but not only the celebration of our activities, but like a revitalization of sports in BV and Triumph.
Stewart also indicated that the 8th of May movement hopes that this marks the beginning of a progressive and enduring partnership to empower Better for Walking and Triumph as pilot communities for the implementation of sustainable people-centered development programs geared at improving the well-being of all persons, regardless of age, gender, and socio-economic status. This is the first of many programs like this from the National Sports Commission. For the Hgp Sports, Colwyn Abrams. And that has brought us to the end of this edition of the Hgp Sportscast. Before we go, remember, life is like a sport. Always remember to play fair. Goodbye.